You're welcome once again. Thank you for logging in once again. We want to handle the last question. Someone is saying 2 weeks. Okay. 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 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Members, time up. Okay, the right answer is 14 days. That is C. 14 days. So they give you 14 days. If you warehouse your goods, they give you 14 days. 14 days to the day of their release. You count, for example, they're supposed to go, we are supposed to have taken them today, which is 23rd of September. Then you count from today, 14 days backwards. So they give us that time and they remove those goods from there and then they repack them in their original packaging material to prepare them to proceed from where they are going to, from their original packaging material. So that is, please note it, there are 14 days. However, you should also note that the number of days that are required, or should I just ask it as a question? The number of, the period upon which is gazetted to allow you keep those goods in the warehouse, they are 270 days. 270 days. That is information. Okay. I think it's still about the days. Okay. Please, that one, go and read the section. That go and read the section 48. Section 48 of East African Community Customs Management Act. 48, subsection 2. You will discover that. Next, goods which have been warehoused may be entered either for dash, except, I'm going to give you the answer. Goods which have been warehoused may be entered either for dash, except, so they may be entered into the warehouse. Okay? Either for this reason or for the following reasons, except, so I want you to note for me the reason, the odd money out. Please, I want you to note for me the odd money out. You let me know the reasons that could be, that could facilitate the housing of goods in the warehouse, except A, I repeat the question, goods which have been entered, goods which have been warehoused may be entered either for dash. I'm going to state the reason, except this is, you have to go and read the section 48, subsection 4, Roman numeral 1. Section 50, subsection 1, section 50 of the East African Community Customs Management Act. Goods which have been entered, which have been warehoused may be entered either for dash, except A, home consumption, B, exportation, C, removal to another warehouse, D, re-warehousing, E, all the above. So you tell me the odd money out. A, home consumption. B, exportation. C, removal to another warehouse. D, warehousing. E, all the above. You have 20 seconds. Maybe.
Daniel, pardon.
I pardon on what? I pardon on what?
On the question. The question.
Goods which have been warehoused, all right, may be entered either for this reason, except either for the following reasons. Let me put that. Either for the following reasons, except A, home consumption. B, exportation. C, removal to another warehouse. D, warehousing. E, all the above. So I want you to state for me the odd money out. I've given you reasons that may facilitate warehousing of goods, except you now let me know the one that is exceptional. The one that has not applied. Who's misleading the rest? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say time up. The right answer is all the above, which is E. Go and read East African, that document is there. Please, Linda, you can even reshare it in that group. They have ever reshared. I've ever reshared it. You can still reshare it. East African Community Custom Management Act. Section 50, subsection 1. It gives that statement and it gives that the reasons. Home consumption is right. Exportation is right. Remove to another. They can be warehouse and be removed to another warehouse. It can be a reason. The re-warehousing. It can be by the time you enter it into that warehouse, you are doing what we call re-warehousing. Maybe you are bringing them from another warehouse. So all of those ones can apply plus the following, plus these other two. They give 7 and they give 6. Please also note these other two. Removal to an export, removal to an export processing. Another one is removal to a free port. So with this, I've known A. There's someone who has said E, Linda. Thank you so much. And yes, Linda, E. Thank you so much. Linda, I've got it right. I've got only one person who has got it right. The rest in silence, I'm awarding a 0 in this May. Okay. Let's proceed. Last question about your warehousing. However, spend time on this. Goods that are in the government or bonded warehouse are under the directive or the mandate of goods that are in the government or bonded warehouse are under the mandate or the directive of, I repeat, goods that are in the government or bonded warehouse are under the mandate or the directive of A, URA, B, warehouse keeper, C, commissioner, D, none of the above. A, URA, B, warehouse keeper, C, commissioner, D, none of the above. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 15 seconds to go. Time up. Time up. The right answer is commissioner, which is C. So therefore, the following qualify to get the 3 points. Jojo. Gloria. Mehmet. Kizito. Mkulu Kizito. Nabiye. Peggy. Linda. Okay, thank you. The rest? Hey, allow me to go back to URA questions. And I want to relax a bit such that, hey, I'm seeing people are failing like that. I don't know why. Okay. Okay, dear ladies and gentlemen. Okay. How many departments that make up URA structure? How many departments that make up URA structure? Linda. Okay. How many departments that make up URA structure? We have 5 seconds to 5 seconds. Okay, time up. Okay, I need to establish something here. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, thank you so much for this. There's something I was looking at critically about that very question, because I'm so skeptical about misleading. I have a number here, but I'm seeing the number that you have posted. It is different from what I have. I don't know. It is different from what I have. And I'm seeing the majority have posted the same number. I mean, the same number, which is 7777. Actually, others are putting, I even changing to 9. I didn't see 9. I didn't see 9. I went to the URL structure and I really didn't see that. I saw 5. For now, please, someone can unmute and clarify us on this. I saw 5, and the 5 are actually what I was searching for. I was searching for the heads, who's heading which department, who's the assistant, just like that. Then I went, I landed on that information, and I saw 5 departments from that. Maybe someone can unmute and you clarify us on this, because I cannot conclude that they are supposed to be 5 or 7, because I don't know. It could be that people are putting 7 because they have seen people putting 7, or the truth. So can someone, so the 5 departments that I have one custom, it's called custom and excise. Customs and excise, that is one department. The second department is domestic tax. The third department is corporate service. Yes, corporate service. Then the third department is internal audit and compliance, and the 5th department, or the last department, is tax investigations. Do we have others? Those ones I know, the commissioners and the assistants. Because here, members, we are here to discuss, not to, not to overspend a lot of time to show who's the best, who's who. I have, someone has said, pardon, the first one as customs and excise department. The second one is domestic tax department. The third is corporate services. The fourth is internal audit and compliance. Then the 5th is tax investigations. I remember this question, we have ever discussed it, but I was not sure about the departments. It made me go deep into it to discover more about this. Remember us discussing the initial something departments of URA, where we had 3. So Chizito has posted for us here. How about legal? And someone has said, how about legal? How about legal and someone and the commissioners, legal and commissioner? Okay. Okay. Legal, you have said legal. Is it a department? Is it a full department? Because here I'm seeing the commissioner in charge of that is the Patience. Wagunia. I think we need to go back. You need to go back and look into it. Otherwise, I'm not seeing. Yes, legal. I know it is there, but I don't know whether it is under a given department. Need to check. Oh, Okay. Okay, so we shall go ahead and define more about the legal and compliance, because here I'm seeing the commissioner, assistant commissioner, staff compliance is okay. We shall have to search more about that. I don't want to mislead, but those are the departments I have. Even legal and compliance. So DT customs, CID. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Dina, thank you. It is okay. It is okay. Let me give Weber's put 7. So remember, so now let's record the 7. Then we shall, since members have discussed here, then we are taking 7. Peggy, I'll give you 3. Sarah, let me give you 3. Emmet, 3. Jojo, 3. Kizito, 3. Linda, I'll give you 3. Okay. So these are the ones. Let us have to. You capture that information, you update yourself on that, such that you don't miss out. Okay. Next question here. Okay, in the same vein, this here, I'm sure.
Daniel, my theory.
Sure? Okay. Next question. Okay. Next question. Upon registration, education services business, education service business entities are required to comply with requirements of the following statutory bodies, except upon registration. Remember, they have told Minister of Education to re-register. Once again, actually, they canceled out the initial certificates of registration, license of operation. So now they have told them to re-register. Now the question is here. Upon registration, education service business entities are required to comply with requirements of the following statutory bodies. Upon registration, education services, business entities are required to comply with the requirements of the following statutory bodies, except A. Please, I'm reading all of them. They are supposed to be 3. A, Uganda Investment Authority, Minister of Education and Sports, and KCCA stroke local government. A is Uganda Investment Authority, Minister of Education and Sports, and KCCA stroke local government. FA is complaining. Okay. B, Minister of Education and Sports, Uganda Registration Service Bureau, and Uganda Investment Authority. C, UNBS, Minister of Education and Sports, Uganda Uganda Registration Service Bureau. D, oh my God. Network, today's network. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Okay. Okay, if you can hear me, please listen.
Daniel, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay.
But you're breaking.
Let me try to connect to another network here while you're on. I've tried to change networks here, but really, I've been using MTN. I started with the AfriCell. Let me see whether I can shift. Okay, I've shifted successfully. Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Okay, I've shifted to Airtel. Kali. I was saying that upon registration, education service businesses are required to comply with the requirements of the following statutory bodies, except this new registration of schools. A, Uganda Investment Authority, Ministry of Education and Sports, and KCCA stroke local government. B, Ministry of Education and Sports, Uganda Registration Service Bureau, and Uganda Investment Authority. C, UNBS, Ministry of Education and Sports, WUBOS. D, Ministry of Education and Sports, KCCA, stroke local government, and Uganda Registration Service Bureau.
We beg your pardon on the answers.
Answers is Uganda Investment Authority. It is the one. It is one. I'm ready. I think there's supposed to be three. There's supposed to be a pair of three.
Okay.
Uganda Investment Authority, Ministry of Education and Sports, and KCCA stroke local government. B, Ministry of Education and Sports, Uganda Registration Service Bureau, and Uganda Investment Authority. C, UNBS, Ministry of Education and Sports, UBOS. D, Ministry of Education and Sports, KCCA stroke local government, and Uganda Registration Service Bureau. You have 10 seconds to go. Okay. Time up. The right answer is A. The right answer is A. It is the schools to re-register. They're supposed to fulfill the requirements of the following statutory bodies. Number one is Uganda Investment Authority, Ministry of Education and Sports, and KCCA stroke local government. For those schools that are not within Kampala, then they're supposed to fulfill with the local government, Ministry of Education and Sports, and Uganda Investment Authority, the three. So is there anyone who has put the A here? Let me check. Please read that article as I'm seeing Mr. Kizito. Read that article about education, guide to education institutions by URA. It is that was shared. If you don't have it, please, I can even really share after here. So only one person who has got it right, the rest. Let me fire one more question, then we summarize in the interest of time. I have so many questions here that I generated, but I have no option. Okay. The following are the requirements for teen registration, except let us leave that one. It is going to consume a lot of time. Number next, the performance of URA in the financial year 2020-2021 estimated tax to GDP ratio of -A. The performance of URA in the financial year 2020-2021. Actually, that performance, they realized 263 billions. So I'm asking, it estimated a tax to GDP ratio of A, 13.7, B, 12.99, C, 16, D, 11.99. A, 13.7, B, 12.99, C, 16, D, 11.99. Okay, time up. Time up. I want to first comment on your answer. The right answer is 12.99, but I want to first comment on some answers. Now, with the 16, that ratio was depicted in the corporate tax plan of 2020 to 2025. That's where they want URF to have reached by the end of 2025. That is what was projected, estimated. Now, to those of you who have it, please just note that it is for that period. Now, for 14 point, actually, Linda has posted the point, 14 point something, point 14 point. Linda, I'm picking interest in your stuff here because I can comment about it. Linda, where is yours? I've seen for Linda here. I have 14.99. Now, that 14.99, it is basically for the growth. It is for the growth in the revenue. That was the figure that was depicted, the growth in the revenue when you compare it with the previous year, which was 2019-2020. So if you compare the growth in revenue from that and that was realized after 2019, that is 2020-2021, it depicted a growth of 14.99. So the right, and then 13.7. I don't know whether someone has talked about it. That was for only domestic department revenue. It is also depicted somewhere, though you have not commented about it here. But you have to take that. So here it was estimated that it is 12.99. That is gross to tax GDP. So the right answer is B. Okay, remember, the right answer is B. We are okay. Kizito 3. Okay, it was only Mr. Kizito A and the Babels 3. The rest, I'm sorry, I'm awarding you. Have 4 minutes to go. Members, suggest tomorrow's discussion. Suggest, since now we have reached on URA, you can now suggest. Let us open it. Remember, CIF also, we left it. I don't know. Can you suggest, as I'm adding here, though I may not allow us, suggest some other person to give us. This is 6. Pa, you have 6. Mojuni, you have 0. Babel, you have 5. Godwin, you have 2. Jacqueline, you have 3. Jojo, you have 15. Kizito, you have 12 plus 9, 21. Kizito, you have 21. Linda, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 15, 16. Linda, you have 16. Omongole, 0. Peggy,